Okay, that's weird. You were Romeo and you were jittering my game because you were a card that made people march forward so that they could die on the battlefield of woes.
Meve stood waiting while her scouts cut through the tangled branches and roots that had overgrown the trail through the swamp. Suddenly, a soldier doubled over and began to retch blood. The same symptoms soon afflicted others in her ranks.
A potent poison,
Was the medic's verdict. It seemed all those who'd fallen ill had shared a tent. One night, they'd chattered about an obelisk they'd destroyed and the group of incensed peasants who'd cursed them for it. Fearing for their lives, the footman had gone to a local herbalist. She'd brewed them a potion to ward off black magic. Alas, the concoction had proved poisonous, while the herbalist had vanished without a trace.
Bitch.
Happily, Isbel concocted an antidote in time to deliver the soldiers from a certain and agonizing death.
Isbel out again.
The mage explained their misfortune had not issued from a dark, corrupt force, but from simple human wickedness. Her calming voice and gentle smile lifted the soldiers' spirits. Trusting in her care, they soon wholly forgot the so-called curse.
Yeah. I was hoping we would go to green morale there. Let's go down to the left. So we can go. Okay, let's loot this camp.
Meve rode at the front, her eyes fixed on the ground, and thus spotted the pit masked by leaves and branches. She tugged hard on her reins and steered her mount to the side. Alas, the cavalrymen behind her did not follow her lead. Leaves rustled, boughs snapped, and the horseman crashed to the pit's bottom, snapping his neck. Moments later, it was clear who'd set the trap, when the forest came alive and a cry rang out.
And I said, Meve's father used to tell her that a true soldier does not set traps, that pits are the tool of a brigand, poacher, or coward. It seems fathers in Nilfgaard teach no such lesson. Meve spurred on her horse, jumping over the sharpened spikes before her, and headed for the pitfall's architects. Okay. Get rid of these guys. And him. And Nickers. And, we'll take this.
It's a trap! Rally to me!
So, assassin. Every turn on to start. Damage the highest power enemy unit by 5. If this power is an even number. After 3 turns, on to start, trigger an ambush. Interesting. Well, let's start with the fire. Then we can knock them out of the fire. Oh, and then we can zap that guy first. Well, that's convenient. Just kill his whole force instantly.
wise choice.
He keeps
Again and again and again. Alva! Don't buy this.
Oh my god,
Is that
what the frick? Not Skelligs?
Order!
Inside me say, what the frick was that bullshit?
Army's a waste of time for one like
An
me.
enemy to damage disgrace warrior by its power, then damage it by the enemy by the warrior's power. Death strengthen all Skelligan hand and deck on the battlefield by 2. So I mean I can order them to fight? I didn't want that to it. Damage self by 2 and all an enemy by 3. Wait. Wait, it's 2 enemies? Yeah, oops. I'm done. What do you do? Oh yeah, you fight each other. Damage an enemy by the total number of enemy units. Oh, that's a 1 now. So I mean, let's hit him with this. And end.
Your life is mine now.
Fight the mice now. Okay.
A dram of glue, a bit of soldering, a rivet or 2, and it's good as new.
Does he instantly get me?
Hey, don't toss that. It's perfectly usable.
I like the skeletons.
El Herzer.
I've got lame abilities, really. Not really a fan. Let's check out you.
Cursed traders.
Let's go. You feel the how, no, no. Oh, I'm even in 10.
Very gloire! Company! Forward march!
Drummer boy, fire boy. He was a fire boy.
I smell a leak.
He said, not you, bird boy. Do we have a second drummer? Or did I dream that? But now we only got 1 unit's worth of space. I guess it's this sling dude. Blazing. He's sort of
Retreat! Fall back!
yeah, you run away.
Caught between Lyrian hammer and Skelligan stone, Nilfgaard was shattered, destroyed. The victors now stood eyeing each other. These islanders were not like those Meve had met before. They wore no armor and carried no shields. At their fore stood a man as stout as an ox and bald as an ancient ghoul. His men called him Arnulf, the patricide.
I thank you for your aid, Arnulf.
Said Meve, extending a hand.
Aid, she says. Aid? Do you hear that, mates?
The Skelligers exchanged glances, then erupted in roaring laughter.
Not here to help yous. Not at all. We're after killing.
Join me and you shall have your fill.
Join nuisance? Just who the hell are you?
Meve, Queen of Rivia and Lyria.
Meve.
Arnulf said, his tone sobering.
I know the name. Lippy Goodman called ye bold. Praised your courage to the high heaven. So be it. We'll follow you into fire, wench. Just let us taste of blood. Grant us a death worthy of heroes.
Meve couldn't help but smile, then nodded to accept. The Lyrians stepped aside as tattooed warriors joined their ranks.
You got that guy. You got that thing. And that one. And another guy. And a bunch of skeletons. Friends. When will my ship come in? Because the tide's not turned and there's no sea roll on my way. Let's have a browse. There's a elfin place probably gonna get attacked by the scoia'tails that wanna eat my flesh. Stomping through a swampland, gotta find a place to chill out. It's raining, pouring, in swamp that's boring.
The scouts rode at the fore, with Meve right behind them. Their task, to find safe passage for the rest of the force. One among them probed for the quagmire's depth, a pole of 5 ells in hand. Suddenly, all heard a loud clang. The scouts dismounted, then heaved a bronze statue from the mire. Once it was cleaned of slime and muck, Meve instantly recognized its elven handiwork. The sculpture was exceedingly well preserved, save one detail. Someone had removed its face, leaving a black hole in its stead.
Search the environs,
Ordered Meve. Amongst some brambles, they discovered the entrance to a vast tomb. Its doors had been torn open. On the ground before them lay scattered bones, some yellowed with age, others fresh, cracked and tattered from having been gnawed.
It's entered.
Meve stood silent and contemplating at the tomb's threshold. Then, torch in hand, she entered and waded into fetid waters. Her soldiers followed close, arms at the ready, a nervous sweat on their brows. Frescoes on the tomb walls depicted Angren swamps and the beasts that prowled them. 2 words were inscribed over the largest of the horrors: Gwern Iker.
The bloody mistress.
Barnabas Beckenbauer whispered. Suddenly, a roar thundered from deeper inside the tomb. Meve turned from the frescoes to see monstrous eyes blazing in the dark.
To whom had this half-sunken, ivy-strewn tomb belonged? No one in recent memory could say for sure. The elves who built the structure had fled Argon centuries past. The locals now only knew it as the final resting place of a great warrior, a defender of the marshes against an ancient evil. Eliminate the ancient fiend. Oh, you old fiend. I just wanna smash the fiend up. I wanna smash the fiend with you. Yeah, with you. Yeah.
To me!
It's a
We'll
lot of
not
drama,
die
boys.
this day!
Oh, he banishes.
Left, right, left, right.
Let's pretend you're on. Okay, that wasn't one that we needed.
Again and again and again.
It's so dark and wet. Why is it everywhere we go it's dark and wet?
Can dwarves fight? Ah, the fish piss in lakes.
I mean, I would assume that a fish would piss in the lake.
An army's a waste of time for one
Get
like
banished.
me.
Don't remember who or what that was.
Aye.
Is that the drama boy? No. Someone said something about pissing in a lake, maybe? Let's knock you guys back a peg. Let's play our other drummer boy.
Left, right, left, right.
We again, drummer. Cool.
Fear not. We shall achieve our goal.
So let's get drummer point, and then strummer, and then summon.
Not supposed to be any smoke.
Ooh, giving you an armor. And some damage unit to a bear. Oh no, I don't have it. Actually, can we do that? That didn't do anything. Okay, no drama, no
Looking
drama.
to dance, mate?
Are you looking to dance, mate? Let's play this.
Necessity! Invention's
Let's
mum.
that again. And let's end this. He banishes my guy, so let's check this out. And let's... Oh, we gotta play cards, right. Let's check this out. And... It's Mandrake. Drummer.
Again and
Monster
again
creature,
and
let's
again.
knock these 2 back.
Ah!
Right, and then we'll end. And then boost, and then boost. And he didn't get rid of a card, so I guess we'll heal our dudes. And we'll end. And now we'll get rid of a card. We'll drummer boy, and it gets us this
Naturally.
and we'll play this. Boost all copies of an ally by 5. What do we have most of? We got a lot of drummers, looks like. And then we can boost another ally by 10. We'll go with Knickers. Can't do Knickers, we'll go with Archer. And then we'll Thunder Shock. I'm gonna hope we win. Oh. Okay, we'll probably win now because I didn't realize that they damaged him.
I think that's the last of them. But keep your weapons at the ready.
In her torch's feeble glow, the queen examined the beast's corpse. She could not help but to shudder in disgust.
Perhaps it's better
She thought.
that we faced it in the dark.
At the corridor's end, they found a closed door. Before any could draw near, it opened with a crash. Beyond lay a circular room. Light shone through a hole in the chamber's ceiling, illuminating a stone pedestal and the sword that lay upon it.
The air in here, it crackles with magic.
Whispered Isbel. Meve gripped the blade's hilt. A soothing warmth filled her arms and spread across her shoulders.
Oh.
Her tired muscles ceased trembling. Her fingers, stiff as sticks, relaxed. She brandished her prize, the air hissing as the blade sliced through it. She then nodded approvingly. The reward had been worth the risk.
Meve, Anglian blade.
Barnabas Beckenbauer, a gleam in his eye, asked to look at the unsheathed sword.
Sure.
The gnome studied the quillions intently, having spotted an inscription there.
Can you say what's written there?
Asked Meve.
Yes, perhaps. They're clear, the words. Their meaning,
Is?
not necessarily so. Wieldeth me, and loseth not hope amongst the blood-red waters.
It sounds like a riddle that I've no wish to solve. We should move on, and quickly so.
Well, it sounds like you're not going to lose hope when fighting in a battlefield. Or the swamp. Wait, let's equip that. Life, let's have a look. Okay. Shuffle an ally into your deck and play 2 cards from your deck, then trigger all allies. Royal abilities.